Alright, so I just did that whole video and just did a whole recording, and it turns out that I don't know, maybe I didn't have recording on. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, back to the beginning. Um, we'll start this video again. So this is a analysis video for Omar. He's Diamond 3. Uh,
From my side of
as
the
you can
bracket.
hear, he's talking to other people, so he requested that I would keep sound off. That's fine by me. But you won't have any in-game sound. Anyhow, alright, we start. One, go. Alright, so straight into the squishy kickoff. It worked out for you. It wasn't so bad. I mean, it's pretty difficult to fail it. It's a fairly simple kickoff. Um, alright. So you got I noticed on this one, your dribble was was just lacking there. In this position, when you see him from the side, you want to be paying attention to him as well. You want to sort of just take note of where he is. He was going to push you, so slamming on the brakes here and going for a challenge would have worked. He would have gone straight past the ball because he was challenging side on. Or flicking it early would have worked out as well. It would have forced him into a bad clear at the best. Um, because of the angle that he was coming in, he would have had to hit it off his own backboard. You could have fired another shot, been all good. This position here, as you came in, you were to the right, your net's back here. He can get that straight over your head and towards your net. See, as he did. And he takes a shot and scores it. You want to be goal side for that, or you want to get an early flick, put it in the air, and then fake aerial or something like that. But that just seemed like nerves more than anything else. All right, you turn the right way there. Um, Turned into your own net so that if he turned around quickly, took a shot, it was an easy save. That shot was lacking. That shot you couldn't really do a lot from that angle that you've taken there. You want to do your best to always take from a consistent angle. That save wasn't too bad. His shot wasn't too bad either. He was. I would have not done this. Here's a big mistake. Now he knew exactly what you're going to do. What the fuck? Holy moly! Go away, Johnny boy. We don't want you around here, son. Alright, let's try that again. I think it was roughly about. Yeah. Alright. The moment you stopped right here, he knew what you were going to do. He knew, yeah, what you were going to do. Sorry, I thought I said that wrong. Because he knew from here, all you were going to do was touch the ball to slow it down, right? That means the ball was going to go back up the wall or towards him. He could have taken it over your head. He knew that the moment you stopped, right? You went for this catch. Like, that's not necessarily a bad thing that you did there, but you just gave him an open net opportunity because you're in the corner here. He's coming in with momentum. He's going to beat you no matter what you do. So you want to, if you're in this position, you want to either start working your way back towards the net, like as quickly as possible, because all he can do is hit it against the wall. It'll roll around, go to the net, which is what obviously happens. Or you want to get a touch on it as quickly as physically possible so that it sort of changes the trajectory, makes it a little bit more difficult, and puts him up on the wall somewhere, right? So, as what happened, rolled around, he's got on you. Yeah, and you watched this. I'm not sure why you watched it, but for whatever reason you watched it. You're probably a little bit annoyed at yourself. But anyhow, carrying on. Alright, that kickoff wasn't exactly great. You side flipped a bit too early, um, as you could probably see, and you didn't turn all the way into the ball when you went to go for your kickoff. You want to be if you're ever going for a side flip challenge or a diagonal challenge, um, you want to be dead center of the ball, otherwise, and a little bit to the side in which you're going to be flipping away from. So if the ball's right here and you're going to be flipping that way, you want to be a little bit to this side of the ball, a little bit to the right hand side. Here was another mistake. Right, so he took it back to his side. You knew that. You knew that. Now he touched it. You were shadowing way too close here. I would have given him a little bit more room, been about this far apart instead of getting up so close. Because right there you could have taken it straight over his head. Right there you could have taken it over his head too. The moment he got this bad touch, I would have leapt for that a little bit quicker. Because you could have gotten it over his head because he was on the ground, you were in the air. He took a shot on the net in this position, right? He basically passed it to you. What a lad, what a nice guy. Your touch was lucky no because you boosted as you turned and you didn't power slide or anything. If you boost as you turn, you're going to make your turning circle wider. And obviously this is not an optimal way. You just sort of gave it back to him, right? Um, so in that position, you want to turn around and just boop it with the front of your car, get a good first touch straight towards his net or that way or something like that without this side flip. Um, yeah, you got a nice high car, you can do it easily with Octane. You gave him a lot of room to work with there, seeing how much boost you had. You gave him a lot of room to work with. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But if he had have played this right, he could have bounced dribbled it and scored on you a million times over. Obviously, this guy thinks he's squishy, and he's clearly not. So it wasn't too much of a concern. He went back for a shadow there. Now this as well, turning all the way around to this weird like full 360, just loop-de-loop. You don't have to turn all the way around to fake a challenge. You can turn part way around, and on their screen it'll look like you're still challenging. Like, because you're facing their way. You don't have to do a full loop because that takes so long. If he had a shot a second earlier, you wouldn't have been able to get up in time. Now, keeping the ball close to you wasn't a bad idea, and then you gave it to him. That was not a great idea. But you got the bump, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. That challenge there, you could have been more goal side for that. Not well, this challenge here. You went to the right hand side, so sort of it seemed like you were trying to play it over him again, up the wall again. Um, that usually won't work against an Octane. The fucking thing has a hitbox the size of fucking Jupiter. So you want to be behind the ball so that when he gets his weak charge, you can just challenge it, which will go to the side or go anywhere but towards the net, and it won't be a pass back to him. Side flip at the wall, not bad. Got it over him. I would have taken my time, just given myself an extra half a second, and shot it at the net earlier. But you got this weird, crazy fucking touch on him that made no sense, and he flew away. So you had an open net, which is nice. What a nice guy. That was a very good challenge. You were behind the ball completely, and your side flip um, really worked out, and you won the kickoff. You got a good challenge off again as well. It was good. Right, another one challenge. You've been fairly consistent now. You don't want to be here. This is a bad place to be. Um, this is silly. Now, if you were this close to the net, you either want to be shooting or you want to leave. You do not want to commit into that corner with him because if he gets one silly touch, one stupid roll, he's got full boost now as well. If he gets one silly touch, one stupid roll, he will play you over and over again. If he even catches the ball here, by the time you've turned around to go back to your net, he's already past you and he's just full boosting the ball straight into your net. And it's open. Right now, technically the thing is open. You want to be a lot more central to where you were just then. And a little bit further back, but definitely more centered. That was a good double touch. I mean, average, but good. Anyway, it was smart that you got it over his head. Your positioning was better there. He could have shot that and actually scored it. Regardless of your bump or whatever, he could have actually gotten a goal on that. He just didn't. I don't know what he's doing here. It was like no boost dribble, doesn't make any sense. It's like I don't know why you would expend the effort. That wasn't too bad there. You forced him into a challenge, you faked the challenge out and stuff. You weren't directly behind the ball though, so the challenge didn't work out in your favor. Um, bumping him there just to be annoying. That triggers a lot of people, which it clearly did. He went for a ridiculous challenge here with little to no boost, right? Oh my God, did I do it again? Oh my word, I'm so terrible. So shit there. Alright, let's try that again. Um, no, we're not this far. Oh, spoilers, spoilers. Sorry, don't watch that bit. A bit further back. Yeah. Yeah, to be annoying there, that wasn't so bad. By the time he could get back to the ball. He made a mistake here. He should not have flipped into the ball like a goose. The ball wasn't on top of his car. There was no reason for him to flip until you challenged. He made a silly mistake. You capitalize of it. Easy wins. Yeah, silly play by him. All right, next goal. Good side flip into it again. Your kickoffs are a lot more consistent now. Boop. Good touch. I personally would have tried to cut this in a little bit more. This is what I would have done is I would have gone to hooked to the left and hit it against the corner of the wall, and then it would have bounced instead of bouncing back out at all, it would have bounced right against the corner, straight back down. He would have been completely muddled no matter what you did, but he had an opportunity there because you hit it towards the net. He was goal side, he was just too bad to do anything about it. That was quite a lacking shot. The air roll attempt sort of failed it out, but you aimed it very well. So even though it was slow, he couldn't get to it. Checking behind you was smart there. Um, Going for that boost, maybe a little less smart because the ball was bouncing towards you. That was a good challenge. He's gone for boost. You missed the open net, but he went for boost there. You could have shot that pretty easy. That was just unfortunate aiming, but it was a good shot. Now right here, you got a super clean first touch. That first touch was juicy. This bounce here, like this little first touch, right? Not that backflip. That's fine. That's average. But this first touch you get on here is juicy. Your mistake, right? If he had have done whatever and somehow managed to get back to the net with some crazy recovery, which people do a lot, your shot here is too slow for him to have had any difficulty with, right? His shot was too slow for you to have any difficulty with. Um, so so your shot was too slow for him to have any difficulty with if he made it back. Obviously, being an open net, it's not a big deal. But you had a lineup for a perfect hook shot or half volley or hook shot or volley or anything else that would have really been super clean and super fast. What you did opt for wasn't a bad choice. You opt for the shot like before it hit the ground. You want to aero your car away a little bit for this shot next time and be a little bit further back so that you're flipping into the ball diagonally to get as much power as you physically can. That was pretty lacking. Probably like, I don't know, 70 kilometers an hour. Yeah, 79 kilometers an hour. So pretty slow. Um, right, average kickoff. Now you could have turned on that. He was actually, even though he went for boost, he was not in position to do anything. And for some crazy reason, he's bad. And apparently, that was a forfeitable offense. Like hitting the wall is was the next level. But anyhow, I hope this helped. The TLDR of this video would probably be more goal side and be more confident. You want to take more threatening shots, more bounce dribbles and stuff like that, more power shots. You do want to practice power shots. They are invaluable at any rank. Uh, a little bit more confidence on the dribble and stay goal side more, especially on defense. On defense, you want to be goal side, you want to be conservative, you don't want to overcommit to anything until they have. Once they've committed to the shot, once they've committed to the fake, once they've committed to anything, that's when it's your time. You want to try to challenge everything. You want to leave no time for them to have a field that's open. In twos and threes, your positioning would have been fine a lot more. Like when you spent a lot more time against the sides of the field to take side shots and like center balls off the backboard and stuff like that. That's a twos and threes strat. In ones, you want them to pass it to you. Um, and yeah, so you want to lurk a little bit more in center field, be a little bit more conservative about your positioning. Um, but all in all, your shots are fairly decent, um, fairly consistent. Your kickoffs very good, and yeah, just practice consistency and positioning. But that's all.